Only in South Africa will a billionaire be involved in brokering a deal in a workers' union. But also, something about Cosatu, I've been to many Cosatu meetings. They're very keen and very strong about worker representation. Workers represent themselves. And you'll see in the leadership, whether it's Irwin Jim or Zwelinzima Vavi or Sudumo Shlamini, they all were workers on a shop floor. And they come through into the leadership. To suddenly get an outside intervention of this sort of a political organization, I think is the long road to ruin in many senses. Because Cosatu, I think, had the capacity to sort this out, whether through conciliation processes or through legal court battles.
But we know any kind of split by NUMSA and the other unions that might have taken with it, possibly Zwelinzima Vavi's leaving the union, would have caused a huge problem for the ANC politically.
I think it will cause it, yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think that's one of the reasons. It's a silly season, but a serious season. It's election time. And one has to see what's going to happen after elections. The ANC wins, they feel empowered. The ANC people in Cosatu feel empowered. The Cosatu people in the ANC NEC start taking orders and starting to funnel that back into Cosatu. So I think, that's why I say it's a festering sore, it's a cover, it's a stitch that could burst open. Because NUMSA's strategy has never been to leave Cosatu. NUMSA's strategy is to be very strong about staying in Cosatu, but trying to win hegemony inside of Cosatu. Because if it wants to represent the working class, then if it leaves Cosatu, it needs to take the bulk of the workers with them. So I don't think anybody's really lost or won here. People might say that, yes, the ANC has won, or the Congress-leading people have won in this. No, because think about it. It's a kind of race to the line in a way. On the one hand, if Sudumo Shlamini goes to a special Congress, his own job could be on the line. At the same time, the longer Zwelinzima Vavi stayed out of Cosatu headquarters, he loses power. So you can see how that posing has taken place. So both in many ways are winners. Sudumo Shlamini in a way delivers some kind of stability. Zwelinzima Vavi is back as General Secretary. It bursts open because NUMSA is saying that they can't support an ANC that is committed to a conservative macroeconomic policy. So that's not going to change post-May the 7th. So once again, there's going to be a struggle inside Cosatu whether it goes its own way and is independent of any political influence and an alliance with the ANC, or does it remain inside the ANC alliance? If it remains inside the ANC alliance, then NUMSA is back in court and has to take some action.
Well, Sudumo Dlamini is not keen on commenting on Zwelinzima Vavi's future within the Union Federation. But surely this must be one of the key points in reaching a truce.
Well, firstly, it's almost Orwellian that a Cosatu, which is a worker federation, which every day defends workers who get suspended unfairly, can't suspend its own general secretary according to a constitution, which, by the way, is pretty simple. So I think it's a bit of egg on the face. On the other hand, I don't think Zwelinzima Vavi, given the way it has played out in public, that he can escape a form of disciplinary hearing. He can't, because if Cosatu as a union a federation does that, then what it's saying about the workplace where workers every day go under similar forms of disciplinary hearing, whether he gets a fair hearing or not, or whether he has to be suspended is a moot point. My own understanding is that as long as he doesn't interfere with the case, the idea of suspending somebody is quite a far-reaching thing to have done. And I think his gambit is this: post the elections, post the ceasefire, he remains in charge, is not suspended, and wins his disciplinary hearing or is given a slap on the wrist. He then becomes the center for the NUMSA agitation inside of Cosatu. And as we know, though, the last time political foes or political figures kissed and made up was the whole Zille Rampele thing, and it didn't last very long. This might be a kiss that lasts for a month, but I don't think it's going to last longer than that.
You deserve to know more.
eNCA.com